You know what else is a good time, chat? You want to know what a good time is? I have never had a better time than speculating on the question, what would Jesus do? And you can put it through a variety of iterations. There's one last piece of pizza. What would Jesus do? Right? You're arguing whether or not a tortilla chip bare of any ingredients at the bottom of the plate of nachos is in fact a nacho, or is it a tortilla chip because it has nothing on it? What would Jesus do? You could argue, about would Jesus be good with the gays? Who knows? But number one right now in 2020, obviously, the question we have to ask ourselves is, would Jesus be wearing a mask? Would Jesus wear a mask? And luckily, we have our favorites, Paul and Morgan. They're back. They got together with the Lord so that they could fuck each other in marriage. And now they do. So now they're happy. You guys should have you guys could have done this without marriage. But it's okay. It's okay. So we're gonna talk to them about all the fun stuff. Let's see what happens. Would Jesus wear a mask? Would Paul and Morgan wear a mask? Who knows?
That is the message for today's video.
Wow, okay.
That is the message.
Did you take a shot of, like, pure sugar?
Once I get in front of the camera.
I fucking hate these two.
What's up, guys?
I'm Paul.
I'm Morgan.
In today's video, we're talking about, would Jesus wear a mask? We're answering the age-old question that is fairly new. It's very new, but it's a very relevant question. And we have a clip from a recent Marcus Rogers video that we need to discuss because he's tackling it a little bit. He's got some very interesting insight.
Just want to put a disclaimer at the beginning of this video. We are not judging anyone who has decided masks 1,000% work. I am full steam ahead wearing a mask for the rest of my life.
That's one side.
And then there's the other side of masks are the worst and they don't do anything and blah, blah, blah. So we,
This is not a video to bash anybody, either side. It really isn't. And as you guys know, Morgan and I are not experts. We're not.
What? Hold on. This young Christian couple that got together in the name of the Lord and got a legally binding contract according to the federal government of the United States of America solely so that they could fuck without feeling persecuted by their Christian family members are not experts on whether or not we ought to wear masks during a global pandemic? Well, who the fuck am I supposed to ask for shit now? Who am I supposed to ask for? Oh, God, my marijuana. My marijuana stuff. Oh, jeez. Oh, God. Oh, anime books, my Carl Sagan. Maybe I'll put the marijuana on the anime book. There we go. That's how it works. There it is. Much better. Thanks, Paul. Jackass.
It's true.
We're not claiming to be. We're here just giving our thoughts and opinions. Can you hang with that?
Can ya?
Love you guys.
Try not to look at the screen of us.
I have been looking at the screen the whole time. How obvious is that going to be?
It's not that big of a deal.
We got a new camera, which is great. We have this little flip-up screen, and I've been watching myself in the screen.
Okay, this shit right here. You hear this? How that happens? It's worse here. They keep doing that. I wish I could have had this attached to the wall somehow. I actually might at some point, so that you don't ever hear that again. But I need a new arm because this is like shitty. I need to get one without the. You hear that? I need to get one without the springs on it. But that drives me nuts. That's just sitting on the table like that. Hannah and I have done that before, and it's just terrible in editing. So don't do this because you also people don't realize how much they fucking slap stuff.
It's natural.
It's very hard to not look there.
I'm going to try to look at you all.
Alright, make sure you subscribe to this channel. We make videos on culture and social issues from a Christian perspective to help you have hope and
be free. That was good. I like the speed of that. Let's
clip.
just go ahead and jump right into the Marcus Rogers clip. I would venture to say a decent amount of you have heard of Marcus Rogers. He's on YouTube. He does
never heard of him.
Evangelical, cultural, just relevant type videos. He made one that I was watching yesterday. There's a lot in this video. At the crux of it, the title of it is Two Types of Christians When It Comes to Masks.
And there's no way in the world Jesus would walk around wearing a mask. He was literally touching lepers. And so the wisdom of that time was what? The lepers had to be cast out. They had to be isolated. They had to let you know that they were a leper. You couldn't touch them. You couldn't interact with them. You didn't want them to breathe on you. And Jesus went out there and he was interacting with them. And he said to us that greater things we would do. So
It's how you catch it. It's how you catch the disease. Don't. It made sense. How do you catch it? By catching it. So if you don't catch it, you don't have it. What? Of course they stayed away. What? Jesus was touching lepers. He's a fucking superhero. God damn it.
Oh, here's the question. Would you bash Jesus for not wearing a mask because he wouldn't wear a mask?
So,
bro! Okay, the question is not, would I bash Superman for not wearing a mask because it's a disease his fucking super immune system would laser eye? Unless Superman can catch it and can spread it. In which case, fuck Superman. In which case, fuck Jesus. That's not good. It's not okay if he can communicate the disease still, you fucking dum-dum. Fu Manchu, thanks so much for the tier 1 for 7 months. I just this doesn't make a single bit of goddamn sense. Not at all.
So he says it pretty stinking confidently.
And I will say, guys, like, that was just one small part. We will link the full video below because he hits on a lot of stuff. But he does say later on in the video, even though you can probably tell that he's not a big fan of masks, he does say that he does wear masks into stores and on airplanes to not cause a ruckus. That said, so I just want to give him a disclaimer in a sense. But that right there, that 30-second clip.
He's very confident that Jesus would not wear a mask.
He said it, and then he really kind of went after Christians at the end. What did he say? Like, would the Christians be mad, angry at Jesus for not wearing a mask?
If Jesus was walking around and coughing on fuckers, and instead of healing the blind, giving them a lung disease, I think maybe Christians would yell at Jesus. Yeah. In fact, they should probably yell at him now, because he is also God, right? And God created the fucking lung disease that's killing people. Have you considered the fact that God is responsible for this thing if he exists? Christians are strange.
Yeah, would you be bashing Jesus for not wearing a mask?
Yes.
Like, yeah,
some would. Some definitely would.
Because they should. Jesus in that scenario would he'd be bad. Would you bash Jesus if he was walking around with a fucking cigarette and putting it out on people's arms? Yes! It hurts people. Just because he's Jesus doesn't mean he gets to put his cigarettes out on people's skin. What the fuck is wrong with you?
I mean, when Jesus was on this earth walking around, he was getting bashed for going to the people who had the coronavirus. They were lepers.
That's not what the coronavirus is. Does anyone know what leprosy looks like? Not like the coronavirus. You ever seen a leper? It's not fucking nice. It's not a good look. It's not a happy thing. Like, leprosy, untreated, can be very fucking brutal. It eats your shit, man. It's not good. You don't want this. Leprosy is bad. It sucks. You don't want people to have this.
Compared to, like, let's compare it to where we're at right now.
Obviously, it's not the exact same, but there are similarities. Like Marcus said, I mean, these lepers of that day.
Right, it's not the same. Lepers was way worse.
They cast them out of the
Lepers was way worse.
city because they all thought it to be contagious, and I'm sure it was contagious on some level. I mean, leprosy. So outside the city, the lepers had to announce that they were coming close.
Thanks,
to people
afternoon
without leprosy.
tune.
All kinds of stuff. When they saw the way Jesus was interacting with these people, they're freaking out probably. They're freaking out. They're upset. No, do not go close to these people. You're not wearing a mask. You're going to get leprosy. And then if you get leprosy, you could spread it to other people. And Jesus did so many things that were against the cultural norms, that were against what was acceptable.
Yeah.
He has motherfucking superpowers. He has fucking superpowers. You don't. Paul and Morgan, you don't have superpowers. You have between the two, your superpower is that you have somehow managed to share one brain and use it for two people. That's your superpower. You're like the Wonder Twins of brain, except you don't make two different things. You just share the processing power for one. It's like a streaming PC that's like really chugging along, just barely getting enough juice to it.
At that time.
I mean, people looked at him like a crazy man. They called him demonic. Like, they said
The superpower is shared delusion.
that he
Jesus
was
Christ.
insane and out of his mind because of the way he lived his life, because he was so unafraid of anything and everything.
Right.
I know that there are people who are like, yes, right on. But I also understand that there are people who are like, no, I think Jesus would wear a mask, and here's why. Here are the Bible verses that I think like back my thought up. I can see both sides for sure. But I think
Jesus, he was compassionate, full of compassion and mercy, cared for the orphan and widow and the downcast.
And if Jesus could communicate the disease, I'm going to go out on a limb and say probably he would wear a mask. Right? Are we thinking maybe he would wear a mask? Because there's, he says he's nice. If he's a nice fella, I feel like he'd wear one, you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
So, I mean, Jesus had that side to him too. Like, absolutely. That was at the core of who Jesus was. But his love oftentimes didn't look the way we expect it to, that we want it to.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
I feel like the main thing that I've heard about, like, why we should wear a mask, people are like, even if the mask doesn't work at all, if it makes one person feel safer, then we should wear it, because that is being compassionate and loving.
We're all doing our part. We're all unifying.
Yes. And
Stop Corona.
And my thought is, how many times did Jesus do things to make
Everyone feel comfortable.
everyone feel comfortable?
Dude, Jesus was, I think if you looked at it through any of the Gospels, he was making people uncomfortable.
Yeah, he was calling people out of the fear. And I'm not saying that if you...
Jesus one time pretended to be a ghost to spook his friend. Happy Halloween. That's true. It's during the Walk on Water story. He pretends to be a ghost for a second. Jesus passed the vibe check. God damn it. Masks, by the way, if you're watching this for some reason, and I don't know, for some reason there's a bit of you that's like, masks don't work. They do work. They do work. It's a thing. They mostly work to prevent you from communicating the disease, obviously, but that's the point. If we all wear masks, we can't communicate it. And if two people are wearing a mask, it's like 95% chance you're not going to catch it if you're 6 feet away and you both wear masks. Like that's great. That's exactly what we want. Is like you don't want to be communicating the fucking disease.
wear masks for living in fear. That's not what I'm saying. I know people who wear masks, and they're not fearful people. But yeah, like...
It's pragmatism. It's not about fear.
I would say that Jesus didn't try to make people comfortable, and he had such a way of going about it that I think, like, anyone who came at him and was like, why aren't you wearing a mask? Like, he would have such a godly, perfect response.
Direct, but still full of truth and grace, even though, dude, some of his words were savage.
I think he would, like, redirect.
My man over here, in his flat bill cap and fuck sleeves, just said, dude, Jesus was savage. Okay. All right. Okay. We have to kill the youths. Nope. Jake, that's not right. That's not right. In Minecraft, we can't kill the youths. We need them. We should kill them. We should. No. Stop, Jake. Impure thoughts. Impure, violent thoughts. It's not okay. Okay. All right. We're good. Good.
It to you and be like, my child, why are you wearing a mask? Oh, no, but yeah, I don't know.
So I think we would agree with Marcus, and that Jesus, he didn't act in the wisdom of the age, so to speak. He didn't act in the ways that were acceptable. I mean, he literally was so, like, opposite in some ways. The way he interacted with women, the way he interacted with Samaritans, the way he let Mary wash his feet with expensive perfume that people were saying, that doesn't make sense, give that to the poor. The stuff that he said, eat my body and drink my blood, which was just crazy for Jews to hear.
Spitting in a man's eyes.
Spitting on the dirt and rubbing it in his eyes. Like, he was not trying to fit in.
No.
I will say, though.
Yeah, spit on some dirt and rub it in your friend's eyes and see how it goes, guys.
On the other end, and Marcus alluded to this later in his video, but, like, if Jesus were alive today and the state law said you have to wear a mask to go into Walmart or Kroger, would Jesus have done that? Yeah.
Render unto Caesar. I'm just saying.
It's tough because that's kind of where, like, even though we have some opinions on the masks and we're not big fans, we typically, unless we're feeling really convicted and bold, we typically will wear them into a Walmart or a Kroger.
Yeah.
We may dip them below the nose or whatever.
I feel like out of respect for that specific store,
may dip them below the nose. That's not respecting anyone's space or their health. These guys are just fucking idiots. These people are why we're still in fucking lockdown, chat. If we would just have 3 weeks where everyone was decent, 3 weeks. 3 weeks, 21 days of people going, you know what? I'm going to wear a mask if I go outside. And also, I'm only going to go outside if I absolutely have to. 3 weeks. Done. Done. But nope.
Maybe he would. But I think... I don't know. You know,
that's going to be like 3 years.
One thing
so not
for a store specifically to say, like, hey, please wear a mask in our store.
I fucking hate
it's another thing for the
religious
government
Americans.
To say, like, wear the mask, you must submit, you must obey. Like,
what's the fucking difference, you dumb... Oh, my mother... What's the difference? What's the fundamental difference? You're not being fucking... Oh, God!
Okay.
Yeah, well, it's interesting because you think of, like the government-ish of that time, the Jewish leaders.
No, they were under Roman occupation in Judea. They had, I guess... Okay, so they had to follow Roman laws, but they also got to self-govern to a point. I don't think masks would have been one of them. I think, like, Rome, if they had a plague, would have been like, fucking listen to us, or we will stab you. Oh, goody. They respect corporations more than the government. Slurp that capitalist cock. True.
The priests, the Pharisees, and so forth, their mindset was you do not do any work on the Sabbath. That was kind of like their rule. And Jesus did quite a few healings on the Sabbath. I feel kind of like in that way, he was disobeying the authorities. He was in a sense disobeying Moses.
He's got superpowers. You don't, Paul. You will get COVID and you will give it to your dumb wife and you will both die stupidly.
Moses, I mean, that's what they tried to say. He directed it to how their hearts were
Thanks,
right.
Quinn.
But he really did go against the grain, the law, in a sense, of that time. So, guys, don't just so quickly, and this is just my opinion, but don't be so quick to say, oh, Jesus definitely would. He would have obeyed. He would have been sweet and kind and obeyed the rules.
Yeah.
Did he obey all the rules?
No, he did not.
Was he a rule obeyer? Was that his mission in life, was to obey the rules?
But yeah, I mean, he was consistently breaking the rules. A lot of what he was doing was common sense. I mean, it was common sense and it was for the Father's will. Like, he wasn't doing it just to be rebellious. He wasn't doing it just to be reckless.
Right.
But he also had no fear and he was on a mission.
He was led by the Spirit.
All right, riddle me this. If you're led by the Spirit, let's say you're led by the Spirit, or whatever the fuck that means, dude. Okay? Whatever the fuck you think that means. Led by the Spirit. God created a disease that spread across the planet that kills people by destroying their lungs. Do you think he wants you to participate in the spread of that disease? I'm just asking. Like, does God himself have to tell you, like, hey, by the way, the masks work for you to do it? Because I'll figure out how to make that happen. We'll figure out how to make like a bunch of pastors and stuff go like, you know what? Fucking let's do some fucking mask stuff, man. Masks are good. You can wear little crosses on them and shit. You could wear you have like a mask that says like Jesus is my mask, or I don't know, some stuff, stupid shit like that. It'd be a lot better, I think.
Mind was controlled by the Spirit rather than the flesh, rather than the things of this world. It is an interesting kind of layer to it, though. He was Jesus, so he was operating in a more miraculous way than so many believers of today, even though he did say, you will do greater things than I. So that's a twofold thing of like, someone might say, but like, he's Jesus, whereas we might be more susceptible to illness and stuff.
I just think that's a cop-out because, again, Jesus said, you will do far greater things than I. How can we do far greater things than him? We've got to believe as much as he believed. We have to have the faith that he had. And how can we have that faith? By drowning out the noises of the world and getting in the Word, by looking to the Father rather than CNN or Fox News, by, not living in fear of this or that. Like,
why does God make scientists? Why does God inspire people to follow science? Why is science a thing? I genuinely hope they get COVID. I genuinely do. I hope they get it. Just give it to them. Fucking get all the COVID in the whole world. Who gives a shit? No, we're not going to brigade anything that I watch on here. You can find it yourself. I'm never going to put a link to unless they violate TOS. But I'm never going to, My bones hurt. My boner hurts. I had a big bony earlier when we were talking about anime books. I was getting all rock hard from my waifus and stuff, and then we turned on Paul and Morgan, and it just went away.
And just keeping our eyes on him. Another thing that I was going to say was, you know, the Pharisees back then had these rules and these beliefs and these laws, and this is what you follow.
Yes,
you want
devious
to be a
children, that's
godly
correct.
Person and an honorable human being. And like
God
then
damn,
Jesus
clever.
came and totally wrecked everything that they were saying. And I think it's interesting, like we listen to our scientists and our
Scientists, why does God have science? Why did God create the universe to have scientific laws? Why did he create the universe to have biological organisms? Why did he create the universe to have entities, human beings, that could understand at least enough of these things to combat them? Why on earth would he do such a thing? It's fucking wild to me that it's so dissonant for Christians to always go like, well, I mean, what would Jesus do? And he'd be totally different. Science is bad. Science is bad, you know? It's not good. Why would God make it then, bro? What the fuck? What are you talking about? I love all of God's creations except the stuff that makes me uncomfortable. Shut the fuck up. Jesus got whipped for your ass for days. Like, you see the cross and shit. Jesus got his ass beat. If you're a Christian, Jesus got his ass beat to save your fucking soul. You won't even put a mask on so somebody doesn't get a bad cough. You fucking selfish piece of shit. God, you suck. I hope there is a Jesus so he can send your ass to fucking hell immediately. I hope he fucking throws you in a chasm. Is that how it works? Chasms? I feel like it's a big chasm. His world building does suck, old school. You're totally right.
Our governor and our president, whoever, and like they tell us these things and we have to listen to them because these are the people who like know the most, right?
Science.
But then
Is science not reliable? Oh my god! I want to smash their faces into each other in Minecraft, not in real life. I would never do such a thing. Ever. I would watch someone else do it, though.
there are other people that come in and are like, no, this is wrong. Like, they're lying to you. Like, the news is lying to you. These scientists that are paid by these big pharmaceutical organizations, they're lying.
Here's a different perspective.
Oh no, different perspective against the mainstream media. Silence.
Yeah.
And then these guys get silenced.
Yeah. And I'm not comparing those people to
Okay. It's not mainstream media. It's not mainstream media. It's just biology. It's just how it works. It's not the media. Like, did you know if you turn off CNN and Fox News, people are still saying these things? Like, hey, diseases are bad to have, and it's bad if you have them and then give them to other people. That's a bad thing. How do they believe that the common cold and the flu exists, but once COVID comes around, that is killing hundreds of thousands of people? They're like, yeah, not a thing. Don't have to worry about that. Do these guys not get flu vaccines? Do they not take cold medicine? Ooh, science. The fuck? You have a phone on your desk. I thought you didn't like science. Where do you think this fucking comes from? What do you think this is? This is science, my dudes. Science has answers for fucking all of it. This is... I want them both to get into a horrible, I want them to sideswipe a bus filled with COVID patients, and then all the COVID patients rush out, saving Paul and Morgan from the fiery wreckage, right? And then they have to be pulled onto the bus. But the fire has burned all their masks, right? Not their skin. I hope they're fine. Totally fine. They're miraculously saved. But they have all these COVID patients just all over. And then that's how I hope it ends. Not in the crash, but in the COVID bus. There we go. Are we busing COVID people around yet? Are we doing that? Is that a thing? No? Okay.
Jesus, but it is just interesting how
rub dirt on the fucking COVID people's teeth or something. I don't know how it works.
we almost have mindsets like the Pharisees, like we refuse to see anything different or possibly like a different perspective.
It's not a different perspective. It's just not factual. Why do they pretend that having a different perspective is valid? What? You can have okay. You get to have a different perspective when you, like, analyze a piece of art, enjoy some music, eat some food, watch a sport. You know what I mean? Have a debate about which superhero could beat other superheroes up. That's fine. You have different perspectives on that. What you don't get to have a different perspective on are facts. It's a fact. It's a disease that attacks your lungs and it kills you. And if it doesn't kill you, it leaves pretty severe, you know, if it's enough to be hospitalized, it leaves pretty severe side effects. People can't taste. People have air capacity issues. We don't know how long this shit's going to last for. We have no fucking idea. Like, are you going to take the vaccine when it comes out? Probably not. These guys are so fucking dumb. These guys are so fucking dumb.
What did,
No.
what did Jesus say to the Pharisees? He said, you know, you guys don't have the interests of God. You guys are following rules made by man.
That's good. And I would ask, what do the media outlets, what do these scientists of the CDC, the WHO, of Fauci, like all those people who are putting out this information, what are their interests?
It's their fucking job. They're scientists. What do you mean, what's their interest? In not having a dead planet. They want to save lives. They're doctors. What? To save people from the disease. What's in it for you? Not dying of a disease. What?
Where's their money coming from?
Why do they have to be making money to have... Oh my God, dude. Okay, so do you not think there's one Christian in fucking science? Is there not one Christian in science who's like, you know what? We're going to do this for the good of the people. What the fuck are these two on? I can't fucking stand them. I can't stand them.
Are we confident that these people have the best interests of the public, or is there an agenda?
You guys haven't even graduated college. You're both out of fucking high school and you did YouTube. Oh my God, you are not educated people. You're moderately attractive Christian 20-somethings. That's the tippy top of your intellectual iceberg. Like, Lochi, thanks for following. I want to die.
And stop calling people who question the authorities conspiracy theorists or ridiculous or stupid or naive or reckless. Like,
but you're all of those things and more. You're literally all of those things. You're reckless. You're stupid. You're a conspiracy theorist. You don't believe in facts. You are being ignorant. You are being unsafe. You are not respecting other people's health. You are actively going against the better interests and health of every human being around you, you ignorant pieces of shit. Absolutely unacceptable, ignorant pieces of shit.
like,
Yeah.
what? We're allowed to ask questions.
No! No one's saying you're not allowed to ask a question. The question is, should we wear a mask? Are they effective? And the resounding answer is, fucking yes, do it, bitch. And you are like, but should we? And everyone else like, fucking yes! Wear the fucking mask! And you're like, but should we? Wear the fucking mask! I just want to go on vacation, bitch. Hey, can we go outside? Hey, you guys want to go to fucking brunch at some point in your life? You miss that? You miss going to a bookstore? Wouldn't it be nice to go on a walk? Hey, you remember remember back in the day where you could, like, I don't know, go bowling? These are things we can't do because you are fucking stupid. I'm going to fight everyone. I'm going to fight the world. Is there a woman behind me?
You want a break?
You get 2 seconds. You get 2 seconds of this. Chat, look at this. Look at this. Look at Sarah's really cool costume, okay? Look at Sarah's cool costume. Come here, pop on Daddy's lap here. Okay.
Hi.
Oh,
Oh.
it's a slippery material. You have to use your leg. Okay. You unplugged this. Plug that back in. You unplugged it. That is a slick material. That wants to slide right off.
Yeah, it's very slippery.
There's not a lot of gription there.
So, white is sus. There you go. I have my little helmet with my flower, but I can't lift the hood.
Put it
on. Oh, I have to take my glasses off to put it on. It's ridiculous. I'm gonna go take pictures, but
Sarah's looking sus. I agree. Did you see my the anime book?
anime.
Anime book. All right, thank you. Oh God, that is the slickeriest.
Yeah, it's
That's
really weird.
Oh, anyway. All right, back to anger.
We're allowed to ask, why do the scientists say that COVID doesn't spread at a riot with thousands of people, but 100-person church service is not allowed?
Okay, first of all, no one's saying it doesn't happen at protests or riots. What they're saying is usually those protests are people wearing fucking masks. You want a picture of a protest? BLM protest. It's gonna be wild. It's gonna be weird what you see here. It's gonna be fucking crazy what I show you here. Look at this. We're just gonna go through some of these pictures real quick. Okay, here's another one. I'm just grabbing random shit real quick. Let's see. We got some of these. Oh, there's a guy without a mask. Maybe there you go. You have a little bit of that happening. You got some more of it. Here we go. All right, let's just look at these real quick. Masks, and most of it's social distancing. Like you see a couple people that are together here, a couple people that are together, here and there. But most people are social distancing and they're walking and they're outside. These are the points, right? There's not actually, if you look at the science behind it, which of course you would never do such a thing. But if you look at the science behind it, the vectors for this disease are not very high when it comes to BLM protests or anything. This guy's at the front of this protest. I would prefer the mask was on. I prefer this person's mask was on as well. But that said, most people are wearing masks. These two people aren't next to each other. The problem happens when you get clusters of people not wearing masks together. But again, most people, 99% of the people here are wearing a mask and they're separated, right? There's enough space between them. They're outside yet again. Let's keep looking at some BLM protests. I just grabbed BLM protests. So you have this guy, this lady, this guy, not wearing masks right now. Not super ideal, but guess what? Again, they're not next to each other. These people have masks. These people have masks. I think this guy doesn't have a mask. Most people in the background have masks, though. Again, it's a numbers game. If more people wear masks, more people are safe. Not everyone has to be perfect, but we'd like to try for perfection. That's the point. We understand we're not going to get perfection. I'll even zoom in on this one. Let's see if we can find any baddies. There's a guy, a white guy back there in the glasses. He's not wearing a mask. Everybody else seems to be. I might be missing somebody. But again, BLM. Oh, the nose, obviously, here. Your nose is out. Not ideal. Not ideal way to do that. You breathe through that. Except unless you're me. I can't breathe through my nose. Doesn't work. I have a deviated septum. So, come on. And now if you look at like a Trump rally. Let's see a Trump rally. I'll type in 2020. Okay? Trump rally 2020. Let's just look at some Trump rally stuff. Let's see how many people are wearing masks. I'm just going to grab 4 random pictures just like I did before. 4 random pictures. And I'll even give you this one because it looks like these people are wearing masks. Here, we'll do this one at the end because that one's look at someone did a good job. But let's check it out. I quit smoking because of COVID, and now the money I don't spend on smokes I can spend on biddies instead. Hell yeah, appreciate it. So let's look at this. Let's see if is anyone wearing a mask here. There's masks around this lady's neck. This guy has a mask around his neck. This might be a mask around the neck. So there's not a lot of masks here, as you can see, and people are stacked with each other. They all got their stupid red hats on. They all got their MAGA apparel. The president isn't wearing a mask. I mean, this is just kind of how it works, okay? They're all stacked with each other. They're not walking. They're not outside. They're in a venue. Is this the same exact one? I can't actually tell. Let's see. We got some okay, so there's this is interesting because this is this one right here where you see a bunch of masks back here. So you see a bunch of masks right here. They all say MAGA and shit, right? But if you look at this one, actually very interesting. This is a wider shot. None of these fucking people are wearing masks. None of the people right next to them, none of the security people are wearing masks. It's just the people in the camera shot. Do you see masks down here, chat? This guy's not wearing them. There's no masks down here. That's interesting. I was going to give this one, I was going to throw them a bone with this, but this is the same crowd, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I mean, it's exactly the same. He's not wearing the hat. Maybe it's different. It might be different, but either way, it looks like they've done this multiple times where there's no masks in the crowd. So crazy. And then, of course, there's no masks here. There's just no masks. So, I mean, like, there's a big difference. There's a big difference between the two. Not that these two idiots give a shit. One of my favorite misinterpretations of data is that the idea because a lot of people who wear masks still get sick, therefore the masks don't work. When the problem is a lot of people wear masks now which aren't foolproof, especially when other people don't wear masks. So it's not the mask that's ineffective; it's pure statistic manipulation. Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, it might be different. It might be different, but either way, they had the same setup going. So I would be very skeptical as to see if the crowd on the other side of the camera was wearing a mask. Either way, we're 1 for 4 in that scenario. I know for a fact that the rallies he's been doing in Michigan do not have masks. So, and I live right next to them. So,
because COVID's going to spread there.
How does that make sense?
Are we not allowed to ask that?
Yeah.
We are allowed, and I'm going to ask it.
What kind of world do we live in if we're not allowed to ask questions? It's ridiculous.
You can ask questions. It's when you deny the fucking answer because you got the answer you don't like. The answer to your question is wear your fucking mask. You don't like that answer, so you're like, well, can I just ask a question? Yeah. It's not the answer you want.
People aren't allowed to have different perspectives than the media or than the big loud voices.
Go ahead and just comment below, you guys. What do you think? Would Jesus wear a mask? I genuinely want answers from Christians. I love all of you. I love the atheists that watch our video. But I would be curious, like Christians, what do you think here? Christians that read the Bible, that have a relationship with Jesus, do you think Jesus would be wearing a mask or not? If you're an atheist and you want to get in and comment, by all means, just leave a little asterisk. Atheist here.
An asterisk? Do they have a Twitter? They've got to have a Twitter. Did Paul fucking block me? I feel like Paul blocked me. Yeah, go to site. Do I follow these two? I follow Morgan. Okay. I'm assuming I follow Paul. I feel like he wasn't... I feel like he got mad at me once, though. Am I nuts? I guess not. Well, maybe he did, but I don't remember. Does he have more followers than her? Oh, uh-oh. Oh, no. Oh, no. Wowzers. Oh, no. Oh, God, dude. Oh, fucking... I can't even fucking deal with this. Oh, this guy's a fucking idiot. Pence was fire? Oh, fucking shit. Oh, no. Oh, no. Wait. Did you see this? Voting for whomever celebrities don't endorse is a solid strategy. Donald Trump is a celebrity. What? I can't stand these fucking idiots. I can't stand these fucking idiots, dude. Jesus Christ.
No.
What? What?
That is ridiculous. You do not have to do that, my friends.
Love you, atheists. Come to Jesus, though. What's this? We have a troll
He's so fucking insecure.
living in the closet.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, wow.
It's Hanny.
Hannah, would Jesus wear a mask?
Oh my goodness, would Jesus wear a mask? So, I would say Jesus came to break all of the cultural norms. He literally called people, like, I don't want to say names, but, like, he called people out. So, I don't know, like, you're literally covering the things that God gave you to breathe with. So...
Hannah Janelle Williamson, ladies and gentlemen.
I don't know. That's it. I don't know. Maybe not.
Wow, thank you for that.
Did they say the same thing? Look. Imagine. Okay, here's a scenario where everything she said applies. Everything she said applies to this person, okay? 100% of what was just said applies to this person. Do you think Jesus Christ would be for or against this getup? Just take it off, idiot. Don't cover your holy God holes. Fucking dum-dum. What do you think, it's dangerous to breathe water? Idiot. These people are fucking dumb, dude. These people are so fucking stupid. I can't fucking believe this. Their fucking brains do not work. Their brains do not work.
We're also called to bear the infirmities of the weak, so I don't know.
Oh, she drops that one on us.
But at the same time, like, I don't like... Okay, I'm going to leave
Sounds like she should have been in this full video with us. She has plenty to share. Miss, I haven't had time to prepare or think on things.
Thank you for that,
Thank
Hannah
you,
Banana.
Hannah.
I do just want to say that God's ways are so much higher than our ways, and common sense is great.
You know what else is hard? Dying slowly as your lungs fill with fluid.
Our brains, our wisdom, like, is great. But even so, I think that because the Father's ways are so much higher than ours, like, it might make common sense. Like, well, why wouldn't Jesus wear a mask? Like, if he's gonna go into a hospital and be around a bunch of sick people, why wouldn't Jesus have stayed away from the lepers if he knew that he was gonna then go into a large crowd and be touching people?
My goodness, he went and was surrounded by large crowds, probably shortly after he healed lepers.
Yeah, just be okay with not totally understanding and not having all the answers and
It takes months to catch leprosy, for the record.
not being 100% sure. Like, would Jesus wear a mask? Is it like a ginormous question that we need to know the answer to? I don't think so.
And there's plenty of stuff that we can confidently say Jesus would do this.
Yes.
Jesus would not do this.
Yeah. Lean on those and do what the Father leads you to do during this time.
And those things like that we can be confident of, sadly many Christians aren't confident of them because they listen to the world and don't read their Bible.
The Bible doesn't have any fucking CDC recommendations insofar as COVID is concerned. Surprise. Did you know that the Bible doesn't approach the topic of should I wear a mask during a global pandemic of COVID-19? Wow, what a fucking shocker. Are we absolutely flabbergasted?
So please, like, get in the Bible so that you can be assured in your spirit of who Jesus is and what Jesus preached, and then walk that out rather than being swept up in the ways of the world. That is the message for today's video.
Wow, okay.
That is the message.
Alright guys, we already told you to comment below, so give this video a thumbs up if you appreciated us asking this question, if it made you think a little bit. Well guys, we love you. Don't forget to check out my vlog channel. I'm gonna shout it out in every video.
That's become the biggest thing you shout out.
I'm just so excited.
Alright guys, God bless you. Have hope.
If you like either of these people, what I want you to do right now, okay? What I want you to do right now is fill your kitchen sink, your bathroom sink, fill it up with water, okay? I want you to take a little bit of time, think to yourself about all the dumb shit that you've ever said in your life, okay? And then I want you to shut the faucet off. I want you to dip your head down in the water, clear your thoughts, and take a deep breath, okay? That's what I want you to do.